Marco, how's your Native American course going?
Well, we're talking about the Bible now, Genesis or something.
Phil Collins.
Yeah, he's talking about the '80s band Genesis.
I imagine he does a whole report on it. It's just like, so when Peter Gabriel left the band and they couldn't find a replacement, Phil Collins came out from behind the drums and took over lead singing duties.
Marco, can you afford to just completely throw away a project for that class?
Oh yeah, because they only count. So we get 100 points total in that course, and each assignment is counted as 1 point. So yeah, so if I do a project, it only counts as 1 out of the 100 points. So it would just bring me down to a 99.
Please, next episode of the podcast, we are going to spend the whole episode making your Genesis project.
Okay, I think we're still going to be talking about it by then, hopefully.
Yeah, you let us know. Like, I want you do the air drums. I want you to air drums the whole sequence from a Genesis song. And you have to do it with your mouth.
And say this is the story of Genesis.
They also tried to replace Phil Collins at one point with a different lead singer in like the early 2000s.
Oh, really?
So I also need you to get very passionate that he was the best thing that ever happened to Genesis and that people don't understand him.
Didn't Phil Collins have a different band?
He had a solo career.
But Genesis, because it's so funny because they do sound very similar, right?
Yeah.
Like Peter Gabriel and
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins are basically the same person.
Similar. It's just kind of funny because there was a point where Phil Collins' solo career, again, I don't know if there's any music nerds out there, was rising and Genesis was still really popular. Mm-hmm. So he wrote a bunch of songs and he let Genesis pick 2 of them for their album and he put out the rest as like his self-titled album.
Yeah.
And they picked the 2 wrong ones. So all of a sudden Phil Collins just has a #1 hit.
Yeah, and
the Genesis out a so-so album.
Yeah.
And they got pissed, and he's just like, you guys chose him.
They should have chosen Shock the Monkey.
When in doubt, always shock the monkey.
Do, 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 do.